Hi everyone, my name is Amanda Smithson. I hope everyone is having a great semester so far. This is my assessment project. I looked at student leader learning outcomes, a project from Texas A&M University. I apologize, I've been sick for a little over a week now. I tried to wait to record this as long as I could, hoping I would get better, but I'm still a little bit froggy. Also, if I cough, I apologize. I'm just trying to get over it still. So student leaders. Um, they kind of go across every kind of division of every department at a college, and they're the ones who participate in our co-curricular activities. I'm in student life, so these are my students. These are the ones that I work with on a daily basis. They're the ones who are involved in clubs. They work on campus. They are in student programs like the Honor Society or they're student ambassadors, and they're also the ones who attend activities and things like that. So, why do we have these programs? The research has shown that students who participate in these programs are learning how to use the skills and apply the foundational information they're getting in classes to real world experiences, which is going to help them to cement their learning. Also, it's going to help them when they're ready to go out into the workforce. A finance major may need to know how to manage money, so they will try to be a treasurer of a student organization. It also helps them to increase their cognitive learning and their student development through problem solving and through social integration. These are organizations, like I said, go all the way across campus because they're managed by faculty and they're also managed by staff. And also, you have a lot of organizations that are almost completely student run with a very hands off advisor. So it really kind of is something that touches every department on every campus. So the challenge. In a classroom, a professor can give a student a test or have them write a paper. There's ways for them to measure that the information is being absorbed and understood. When you have a co-curricular activity, you don't really have those options. I can't give my Student Government Association a test to see if they understand Robert's rules. I can't give them a test to see if they can figure out how to run a successful event. So it's a challenge to figure out how to assess their development and also the success of the organization. So this is where the Student Leader Learning Outcomes Project comes in. Texas A&M University in 2005 put together a group of their key stakeholders and said, let's see if we can figure out a way to measure this. And it turned out that as they started the conversation, they found that a lot of the learning outcomes were the same across the board. Everybody wanted the students to kind of start developing the same skills or problem solving abilities, regardless of the organization. So they started working on the SLLO project. It includes several different elements. The biggest part is that it has rubrics and training materials for students and faculty to use throughout the year. It also provided a measure of assessment and learning outcomes for their QEP program, which is lifelong learning. The university stakeholders that I mentioned in the 2005 meeting came up with a list of about 30 different areas. And from that list, they culled it down to 5 areas that they thought were the most important for measuring learning outcomes: project management, communication, groups and teams, critical thinking, and diversity. So for each of the 5 outcomes, they created some rubrics and some outcome sheets that advisors and students can use throughout the year. There's more than 5 rubrics. Each area on the list has multiple areas. So for example, communication. Communication is verbal communication, written communication, and interpersonal communication. So there's a rubric for each one of those sections. The advisors and students can access all of this through the website. The advisors have the opportunity to use a selection aid to help determine what outcomes to focus on with each student or group. So, for example, a brand new organization may not want to go into the really high level thinking. They want to focus on the day to day of communication, of working together. In addition, the website encourages faculty members to try using learning contracts to help the student organize how they're going to achieve the goals set forth in the rubric. The beauty of this program, and I really do think this is an amazing program, and I'm hoping that I can talk to people on my campus about maybe doing something similar, is that it allows freedom and uniformity at the same time because the organizations have the opportunity to choose the areas that they want to focus on. Um, and they can do it as a group or they can do it individually. So, for example, as a group, the executive board of an organization may decide to focus on communication skills, but that finance major may be asked to work on the rubric attached to financial management. So, it has a lot of freedom in that sense. But universally, it provides the same types of information across the board, which when you're doing any type of assessment, as we all know, is really helpful. It's hard to compare your apples to oranges, and this gives you just a barrel of apples. It also allows for individual and organizational assessment, and it allows for the for growth simultaneously. So this whole project is very organic. Changes can be made quickly. People can drop in and out of the committee as they need to. So it's not rigid in the fact that it gives everyone a chance to learn and grow while getting the day-to-day work of the organization done. As I said, this seems like a really amazing program, and all of the information and resources are available for free at this website. Please feel free to go and check it out. All the rubrics sheets, all the outcome sheets, and all of the planning documents are available there. And these were the references that I used when I was doing my research. I look forward to having a chance to hear your feedback. Thank you.